Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Obviously, we've seen a lot of shower and storm activity already this morning. I'll take a look at the live radar here in just a minute. But what about the rest of your afternoon forecast? And what about that cold front that's coming up later on this week? How cool will we be getting over the weekend and to start next week? I have that answer coming up here very shortly. First off, let's take a live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network. Then we'll get into your radar, take a look at where everything's at right now. Obviously, you see some water on the lens here on the Lawrenceburg camera on the north side of town. So continue to see some of that shower and even storm activity as we approach noon. Actually go past noon right now. Still seeing a lot of cloud cover across Florence and Cherokee as well. Pulaski, not seeing any rain in the camera right now, but that could be changing here relatively shortly. Let's take a look at your live Viper radar showing that there's still some light shower activity across parts of southern Tennessee. The heaviest activity right now continues to remain across parts of northern Alabama, specifically northwestern Alabama. We'll jump around here. First, take a look at a closer look here at southern Tennessee. Columbia seeing some of that light activity. Lewisburg over towards Shelbyville, also seeing some of that light activity. And on the northern side of Lawrence County near Summertown and the Etheridge area, seeing some of that light shower activity. This will likely continue over the next couple of hours. And then once we get maybe some breaks in the clouds across southern Tennessee, we'll see some redevelopment of some of the heavier cells. We're not anticipating anything severe today, but I think once we get into the afternoon hours, we'll probably see some heavier cells like what you see across northwestern Alabama pop back up across southern Tennessee. Only lightning activity is with that cell that is south of Red Bay along the Mississippi-Alabama state line. Everything else here across Franklin County and the Russellville area is just some heavier showers moving on through. Now, east of that, Cortland down to Moulton and Hatton, seeing some of that light to moderate rainfall. The Shoals seeing some light to moderate rainfall as well, even south of Cherokee. Across the Huntsville metro area, just seeing some lingering activity with that kind of moderate rain. That's a lot of that storm activity that we saw earlier this morning. All of that's just kind of raining itself off. So a lot of this, not really thunderstorm rain, but just the remnants of that rain coming down from those thunderstorms earlier on this morning. That continues across the Huntsville metro area right now. That will likely continue over the next hour or two. And then across northern Alabama, same thing like southern Tennessee. Like I mentioned, we'll probably see some redevelopment later on this afternoon, but I'm not expecting anything overly widespread. Here's the overall setup. We still have a lot of cloud cover around, and that's going to keep a damper on our highs, and I'll show you that here in just a moment with our current temperatures. And we still have that trough of low pressure nearby, so that will keep not only the rain chances in the forecast today, but also keep it in the forecast tomorrow and even Thursday as well. Here are our temperatures, and it is very rain-cooled out there. We are still in the mid-60s for a good chunk of our area. Huntsville coming in at 66, 65 in Athens, 68 in Florence, 66 here in Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and also Fayetteville, where you've seen less shower activity so far, maybe some breaks in the clouds. We are warmer. Columbia coming in at 70, 75 in Savannah, 69 over there in Iuka. Forecast highs today are going to be a little tricky. I wouldn't be shocked if some areas end up staying maybe in the upper 60s today for the highs. So we've lowered the highs today. I'm going with an average right about 78, but I do anticipate some areas staying below 78 degrees today with just those passing showers and storms during the afternoon and evening hours with that cloud cover still lingering as well. So here are kind of those forecast highs from a broader perspective here. Right around 80 in Columbia. I think that's pretty spot on, at least right now, because you are getting up into the 70s, 78 in Hohenwald, 80 in Waynesboro, where it is a little more rain-cooled right now, generally in the middle 70s, I will say. 78 in Huntsville, 76 in Athens, 78 in the Shoals. I wouldn't be shocked at all if some of these areas down here across northern Alabama, if they do get up into the 70s, it might be around 72 or 73. So again, just kind of a tough day with those temperatures out there. Just depends on all that rain and and cloud cover activity. Those rain chances will linger into your evening hours, but they will start to lower down into that 20% isolated chance going into the 10 o'clock hour. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 60s once again this evening. Overnight lows tonight, generally right around 60 degrees for parts of southern Tennessee, maybe some upper 50s in the rural outline areas of some of the bigger towns and communities across northern Alabama, generally getting into the middle 60s tonight for lows. So let's step you through your futurecast here. 2 o'clock this afternoon, still seeing those showers and storms tracking on through, but notice most of the widespread activity will remain across northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, still seeing some chances. That will continue into your late evening hours as well. 10 p.m. still holding on to some shower activity across the area, and that will probably last close to midnight. Once we get into the overnight hours, I think most places are dry, but cannot completely rule out some more showers and storms, especially with that trough of low pressure nearby and any boundaries. Sometimes the models can't pick up on that. So while it shows it's dry right now at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, wouldn't be shocked if we see some showers around during the morning hours. Once we get to noon, I wouldn't be shocked again to see some of this actually develop, unlike what the model is showing. But I will say once we get into the afternoon hours, like you see here, 3 p.m., that's going to be our best chance at seeing some of those showers and storms tracking on through across parts of southern Tennessee and northern Alabama. But notice nothing's overly widespread, and that is anticipated tomorrow. We don't expect most of that kind of widespread activity like what we saw this morning. I think we're just dealing with more isolated, widely scattered tomorrow. Going into your Thursday morning, I think most of us are just completely dry, and temperatures will be finally getting back up into the upper 80s once again going into Thursday, and that continues into your Friday as well. Tomorrow, with less cloud cover and less shower and storm activity, we do anticipate highs getting back up into the middle and upper 80s across the area. Fayetteville coming in at 84, 85 in Huntsville, 87 over here in the Shoals, 84 in Lawrenceburg, 86 degrees up there in Columbia for your Wednesday. Now, speaking of those rain chances, that 70% today, the majority of that has already happened. We're kind of just looking at 40 to 50% chances going through the remainder of your afternoon and evening hours. And then, like I mentioned, low-end rain chances for your Wednesday and Thursday. A front moves through on Friday. That could spark off some showers and storms during the overnight period going into Saturday morning and then during the day on Saturday. And then behind it, just some spotty showers can be anticipated for your Sunday and Monday. But the big thing that we're watching for, as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, first across southern Tennessee, that front comes through on Friday, 88 for southern Tennessee. And then look what happens behind it. We get another quick taste of maybe some fall-like weather, 82 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 82 again on Monday, and lows getting back down into the middle 50s. And I will stress some of the model guidance is kind of backing off a little bit on seeing that better chance at some upper 70s across the area. So I do think we're getting a cool down at least, but I don't think it's going to be a cool down that some fall lovers might want to see. Of course, our lows get down into the 50s, but I don't really see a lot of places getting down into that kind of mid 70 to upper 70 range. I think most of us kind of hang around the lower 80s going into the weekend and early next week. And you see those showers and storms for tomorrow and Thursday as well. Northwest Alabama, Northeast Mississippi, 90 on Thursday, 95 on Friday. And then once we get into the weekend, that cold front will cool you back off down into the 80s once again, even some 50s for lows. And finally, the Huntsville metro area getting up to 93 degrees on Friday with mostly sunny skies. And then that front cools you off as well, but generally staying in the middle 80s as we head into the weekend and early next week. But those lows will get down into the lower 60s and the upper 50s for you guys as well. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley